looked super cool is this Mordred. So essentially
Ooh,
what this is, it's a data plugin for Next right now, soon for Next and 11T. It's basically the content mesh layer of Gatsby as plugins for other frameworks. Does that make
awesome.
sense? Yeah,
Totally
so
makes
like
sense.
yeah, so oh, I thought I was on the tweet. I guess not. Here we go. So I don't know how visible that is. Let me try and just like yeah, here we go. So essentially, what we're doing is, it's much. If you're familiar with Gatsby, this will look like okay. But since this is next, we have our get static props, right? And so this is going to be called when the page is rendered. And what they're doing is querying with GQL all markdown nodes slug created at front matter title, and right. So this looks very similar to Gatsby.
Hmm.
And yeah, and I think that that is simply amazing because my thing is like clearly this plugin and system can be ported to other layers, like to other frameworks, like React Static or you name it. But you abstract this enough, and this is really powerful tooling.
Hmm.
Um, Content meshes to me are fascinating, and graphs themselves, like they solve so many problems, and being able to source data from anywhere. It's like why I love Gatsby. Like being able to source data from anywhere, aggregate that, pull it in, draw relationships to it, and manage it all within like one place, and access it through a single DSL. It's just like you know, oh, it's amazing. But yeah, so
It
I'm
really
so cool to
is.
see this. Like it's so cool to see this spreading out to other frameworks.
I guess one question that I have when I'm looking at this is
Yeah.
this shows us an example of fetching static data um, from our content mesh, but
Yes. How do we
the
load it, right?
yeah, like really the part that makes Gatsby so impressive is the what you're talking about, like the the creating that static mesh and like
Yeah.
facilitating the sourcing. And so I'd be interested to know what their approach is there. Like, how do you make a framework agnostic content mesh from the sourcing end of it? And maybe this is going to be it right here.
Oh yeah. Dom, yeah. So your main stack usage, you're gonna do Next.js and Apollo Server Micro. I like that.
Ooh, what's Apollo Server Micro?
Yeah. So I've been hearing this now lately, and we'll take a look at that next. I'll queue it
Okay,
up.
let's do it. I was gonna open up in my own tab, but I'm gonna resist the urge and we'll check it out here.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
First, let's
it looks
yeah.
like Mordred, just to like tie up the loose end that we left. Like it looks like Mordred is just a Webpack plugin, and
Yeah.
so it means that you could define all of your. That's awesome. They use like a Gatsby style
Yeah. Yeah.
plugin syntax, I guess.
I would imagine that this is basically the core of Gatsby data aggregation and the data layer, pulling
Mhm.
it out, removing the Gatsby specific parts.
Yeah,
Not to say that they didn't build it from scratch, but like the mental model is
yeah,
essentially it's like the exact same.
yeah. Just Command C, Command V.
Yeah.
You know.
And delete until it works.
Yeah, exactly.